Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Coaching Union Podcast. Today, we're diving into something every coach talks about, but few train with intention: imagery. This episode breaks down how to embed mental reps inside of your practice plans, not as a pre-game ritual, but as a real, in-context training tool that sharpens execution and builds confidence. We'll walk through the science, the setup, and the results, including takeaways from a powerful study by Jamie Nelson on video-enhanced imagery for pitchers. If you're serious about training the psychological side of baseball performance, this one's for you. And if you're a coach or player looking for one-to-one support, remember that I offer mentoring sessions. Just email thecoachingunion@gmail.com. Now, let's dive into episode 15. So today I want to talk about something that gets tossed around in every coaching handbook and every workshop, but it rarely gets done right in baseball, and that's imagery. Now, when I say imagery, you might picture someone in the dugout with their eyes closed, breathing deep, trying to visualize the perfect outing on the mound or the perfect at-bat at the plate. And there's value in this mindfulness and the pre-game mental prep. But that's not what we're talking about today. What we're going to talk about today is real embedded imagery. Imagery that's part of your practice plan. It's built into routines. It's woven between the reps. It's tied to cues, and it's imagery that mimics the game, because that's where it happens, and that's where we need imagery to work, in the games. So what does imagery look like? Let me paint the picture for you. You've got a pitcher on the mound in a pen. He throws 10 fastballs to different spots. Now, before he throws the next 10, instead of just chatting to the coach or taking a breather, he watches a 5-second video clip of himself throwing a perfect strike. Not some highlight from last year or not some funky angle from the first base dugout. It's a clean, in-context, current visual. He then shuts his eyes, he breathes, and replays that same delivery in his mind using a script. We're talking about how the seams feel on his fingers, how the leg lift felt in his hips, tucking in the glove in the front side, all those things that he feels. He rehearses them in his mind. So after he's watched the video and after he's gone through that imagery script in his mind, he then throws those fastballs again. And that's imagery. Those are proper mental reps. It's not just fluff. That exact setup and that exact routine was studied, tested, and written up in a really good paper by Jamie Nelson back in 2007. It's called The Effects of Video and Cognitive Imagery on Throwing Performance of Baseball Pitchers. And the reason I love this paper is because it's not some lab experiment on dart throws or problem puzzle solving or something like that we try to tie into baseball. It's real baseball, it's real pitching, and it's contextual. So what did the study do? There were 6 pictures, 2 interventions. One was just a guided script, classic mental imagery. Feel the grip, see the target, hear the pop in your glove. They're just imagining. The other paired that script with a short video clip of the athlete throwing a strike. Now, this video clip was like a GoPro attached to their hat. So it was from the first person. So they had the mental imagery script combined with the first person video of them throwing a strike. Then they used that to mentally rehearse before the next block of bullpen pitches. They measured 2 things: how many pitches hit the target and how many were perfect, clean strikes. And here's what they found. A couple of pitchers jumped up a level. We're talking about more accuracy, more perfect dotted pitches, and higher consistency. But the juicy part was what the players said. Things like, I feel calmer on the mound, or I stopped overthinking and I just let it rip. That's confidence, that's attentional control, that's emotional regulation. That's what we call self-efficacy, the belief that you can execute, especially under pressure. And here's the kicker. It wasn't about doing the imagery at home or before the game laying on your back in the middle of the outfield. It wasn't on a meditation app. It was done between sets of a bullpen session, during practice, integrated, built in. That's the magic. When imagery is used during practice, in the same environment, on the same mound, with the same cues, it sticks, it transfers, it becomes a habit. So why does this work? In short, it's because the brain responds best to representative learning, representative design. When you visualize something that's disconnected from reality, your brain files it in a different drawer, away from the movement. But when the imagery includes the same visuals, the same movements, and the same timing as the task you're about to do, it builds a neural trace that actually helps the body perform. You're firing the neural patterns before executing it physically. That's real imagery. That's true visualization. Think about how hitters use the on-deck circle with the timing and seeing the release point of the pitcher. Now, imagine if pitchers did the same thing, but mentally. So how do we build this into our sessions, coaches? My recommendation is to start simple. Record a clean strike, a fastball right down the middle, just under the knees. You want to record this from either behind the mound, maybe behind the catcher, ideally from the first person in a GoPro attached to the player's head or some kind of a camera attached to the chest. Create a 60 to 90 second script after you have the video. Keep it simple. So once that perfect pitch was executed, ask them how the grip felt, how they saw the target, how they exhaled, delivered. Have the pitcher watch the clip, close their eyes, and visualize while listening to this script. Have them throw about 2 or 3 strikes in their mind, and then get them on the mound and have them throw physically. Track the results. Get feedback and ask how they felt. Theoretically, you'll start to see patterns. Maybe a calmer tempo, better rhythm, and less overthinking. And a bonus, it trains other psychosocial skills too. With this training practice, we're doing things like reflecting. We're using attentional focus and resetting after failure. The exact stuff we say we want to build, but rarely do it with intention in training. So here are the takeaways. Imagery works. Video plus imagery works better. Embedded imagery done in practice, tied to performance, is the game changer. Don't save it for a mental skills workshop in January. Don't save it for the classroom. Don't do it in the middle of the outfield before a training session or a game. Use it now, during your bullpens, during your batting practice sessions, live ABs. Build the mental reps where the physical reps live. That's a wrap on episode 15. See it, feel it, sling it. A reminder that mental training isn't just about game day breathing or classroom sessions. It's about embedding imagery, focus, and confidence right into your practice environment. If this conversation sparks something in your coaching or playing journey, share it with a teammate. And don't forget, if you want to support sharpening your edge, I offer one-to-one mentoring. Just email me at thecoachingunion@gmail.com. Please like, subscribe, leave a review, and keep asking better questions, because the deeper the roots, the higher the ceiling. Until next time, keep growing. Bye, everyone.